Hello, everyone. I am Mr.Dishwasher. In the previous video, we recapped the first part of the Chunin exams. Naruto successfully advances to the third round. To enhance his skills, Kakashi arranges for Naruto to receive temporary guidance from Ebisu. Ebisu, who was originally Konohamaru's tutor, prepares to teach Naruto the skill of walking on water. However, during their training, they stumble upon a silver-haired pervert who is spying on women in the bathhouse. This pervert effortlessly defeats Ebisu with a single move. Surprisingly, this man turns out to be Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin of Konoha. He is in the village to gather material for his adult novel, Make Out Paradise. In this situation, Naruto blames Jiraiya for injuring Ebisu and leaving him unable to train. So Naruto asks Jiraiya to become his mentor. Due to Naruto's sexy technique, Jiraiya agrees to teach Naruto. Furthermore, Jiraiya helps Naruto lift the 5-element seal. With Jiraiya as his mentor, Naruto learns the skill of walking on water. The bond between the master and student grows deep, and Jiraiya devises a specialized training regimen for Naruto in the summoning technique with toads. Meanwhile, Sakura and Ino go to visit Sasuke and Rock Lee, only to discover that both of them have disappeared. It turns out that Sasuke has gone to seek training with Kakashi, while Rock Lee is engaged in solo training. Despite the doctor's stern warnings against moving too much, everyone is moved by Rock Lee's determination, and even the doctor can't bring himself to stop Rock Lee. On Naruto's side, he struggles for 3 consecutive weeks to grasp the summoning technique. In an effort to unlock Naruto's potential, Jiraiya pushes him off a cliff. At this critical moment, Naruto's consciousness encounters the Ninetales for the first time. The Ninetales releases some of its chakra to Naruto, allowing him to summon the Toad Gamabunta and escape danger. Speaking of Gamabunta, he is a big shot in the Toad realm and initially looks down on the seemingly weak Naruto. However, despite Gamabunta's numerous challenges, Naruto remains resolute, standing his ground even when he is on the verge of passing out. In the end, Naruto's determination moves Gamabunta, earning his respect and recognition. On the following day, within the hospital, Gaara quietly enters Rock Lee's ward with the intention of harming him. Fortunately, both Shikamaru and Naruto arrive just in time to prevent him. Gaara then reveals that a monster was sealed within him from a young age. He and Naruto are both called Jinchuriki. Consequently, he has endured a life of constant discrimination and even faced threats from his own father. In this moment, Naruto empathizes with Gaara's harsh experiences, as he too has suffered similarly. Shortly after, Guy visits the ward, and Gaara reluctantly leaves. Time passes quickly, and the third round of the Chunin exams, the final selection, begins. All the participants gather at the venue, except for Sasuke and Dosu, who are still missing. Nevertheless, the competition commences as scheduled. In the first match, Naruto faces Neji. As the match begins, the spectators look down on Naruto with disdain, anticipating his defeat. As expected, Neji initially has the upper hand, completely overpowering Naruto. Despite using his shadow clone jutsu and coming close to landing a hit on his opponent, Neji activates a 360-degree absolute defense, Kaiten, countering Naruto's attack effortlessly. With a burst of tremendous force, Neji sends Naruto flying. Relentless, Neji unleashes his ultimate technique, the 8 trigrams 64 palms. Each strike is precise and merciless. Naruto suffers relentless attacks and has his chakra point sealed off. Even in the face of such adversity, Naruto refuses to give up. Neji then removes his forehead protector to reveal a cursed seal, a lifelong restriction that torments him. With a mere thought from Hayashi, the head of the Hyuga clan, Neji would experience excruciating pain. In fact, Neji's father and Hinata's father were originally twin brothers. Hinata's father, due to being older, became the head of the Hyuga clan. Initially, Neji also dedicated himself to guarding the family's honor. However, his father, because of an incident involving Kumogakure, was regarded as the scapegoat for the clan head and lost his life. This resentment led Neji to harbor bitterness towards the main branch and complain about the unfairness of fate. Returning to the battlefield, Naruto, with his chakra point sealed, triggers the release of the Ninetales chakra. A powerful aura erupts from within him, reigniting the fierce battle. The two of them fight relentlessly, exchanging blows for a long time, until they both fall to the ground. After the smoke of battle clears, Neji is the first to rise and approaches Naruto. This battle makes Neji regard Naruto with newfound respect, but the outcome remains a result of destiny. At this moment, an unexpected change occurs. Unexpectedly, the one lying on the ground is just Naruto's shadow clone. He uses his hands to dig through the ground and punches Neji. Now Neji can no longer stand. Naruto emerges victorious, and he conveys to Neji that destiny isn't predetermined. With effort, one can write their own fate. With that, the first match comes to a close. In the rest area, Hinata's father finds Neji and gives him a scroll written by Neji's father before his passing. As it turns out, Neji's father had willingly sacrificed himself for the family, rather than being coerced by others. This revelation allows Neji to let go of his resentment at last. Simultaneously, the second match begins with Kankuro facing Shino. However, it seems that Kankuro has some mission to attend to, as he surprisingly forfeits the match. Subsequently, the competition proceeds directly to the third match, where Shikamaru faces off against Temari. Although Shikamaru lacks enthusiasm when he learns his opponent is a woman, he eventually starts to fight back against Temari's relentless onslaught. However, the limitation of his shadow imitation jutsu is that he can't change the total area of his shadow. Temari remains at a distance, avoiding his shadow's reach, and seems confident in her impending victory. Nevertheless, just when Temari is about to secure her triumph, she is unexpectedly controlled by Shikamaru. It turns out that Shikamaru has been guiding Temari's movements, forcing her into the position where Neji was before. Using the trap that Naruto had dug a pit earlier, Shikamaru successfully captures his opponent. However, to the audience's surprise, Shikamaru willingly surrenders. His reason is that his imitation technique is about to expire, and he can't think of a way to win. Therefore, Temari wins the match and develops peculiar feelings for Shikamaru. For Shikamaru, it is a loss in the match but a victory in life. Later on, Sasuke arrives just in time for the fourth match, where he would face Gaara. Earlier, Gaara had privately killed Dosu, and now he is officially in a battle with Sasuke. Gaara unleashes his sand-binding coffin technique to launch an attack. However, Sasuke, who has made significant progress in his training, displays exceptional speed, comparable to Rock Lee's. He sends Gaara flying with a single strike. Following this, Gaara encases himself in sand, preparing for a transformation. Sasuke, however, remains composed and unleashes a technique learned from Kakashi, the Chidori. A thousand birds sound echo. Gaara's defense is instantly shattered, and the monster within him begins to awaken. At this moment, all the spectators in the arena fall into Genjutsu. The Kazekage also discards his disguise and initiates a coup against the third Hokage. It turns out that this Kazekage is actually Orochimaru in disguise. The real Kazekage has been assassinated by him on his way here. The Sound 4 ninja release the 4 violet flames formation, isolating Orochimaru and the third Hokage. Gaara, on the other hand, is in excruciating pain and falls into a coma. Immediately, Kankuro and Temari rush to take him away. Seeing this, Sasuke swiftly pursues, with Sakura and the others following closely behind. The Chunin exams are forcibly concluded due to these events. Inside the barrier, the third Hokage and Orochimaru reunite after a long separation. It is unexpected that Orochimaru had been a disciple of the third Hokage in the past. Now, the master and student are at odds, and they engage in a fierce battle. In just one encounter, Orochimaru is left in a sorry state. He then sacrifices 2 sound ninja as offerings and performs the forbidden jutsu, Impure World Resurrection, summoning the first and second Hokage. The Impure World Resurrection is a jutsu that revives the dead with their consciousness and abilities intact, but they are under the control of the caster. Back at Naruto's side, Shikamaru stays behind to hold off 9 sound ninja as they pursue. Just as he is running out of strength, Asuma-sensei arrives in the nick of time and efficiently deals with the sound ninja. On the third Hokage side, he stands alone against the first and second Hokage while unleashing the Fire Dragon Bullet. However, the second Hokage extinguishes the Fire Dragon with Water Style and overwhelms the third Hokage, leaving him overwhelmed. Soon after, the first Hokage joins the fray and sends the third Hokage flying with a single blow. He then unleashes the would release secret technique, Nativity of a World of Trees. In an instant, the landscape shatters, and the world is filled with turmoil. The third Hokage finds himself in a dire situation. Seeing this, the third Hokage uses the summoning technique to summon Enma, who transforms into a staff to aid the third Hokage in combat. At the same time, Orochimaru also spits out the Kusanagi sword from his mouth and confronts Enma head-on. An intense battle ensues once more, and the conflict rages on. However, despite his advanced age, the third Hokage struggles to contend with all three adversaries simultaneously. He is eventually defeated by their combined efforts. Orochimaru even tears off his own face disguise, revealing his true form. Meanwhile, Sasuke catches up with Gaara. Immediately, Temari stays behind to cover their retreat, allowing Kankuro to go ahead. Temari skillfully uses her sickle weasel to disperse Sasuke's fire release jutsu and uses traps to incapacitate him. However, the Sasuke she knocks down is just a clone. Sasuke retaliates by using explosive tags and successfully injures Temari. Afterward, Sasuke continues his pursuit of Gaara. On the other hand, the third Hokage has learned that Orochimaru, in his pursuit of immortality, conducted experiments on living beings, even taking over their bodies. This mission was an attempt to acquire Sasuke. Seeing such ruthless inhumanity, the third Hokage immediately summons Dead Demon to confront Orochimaru. To everyone's surprise, the third Hokage seals the first and second Hokage using the forbidden jutsu, Dead Demon Consuming Seal. However, Orochimaru manages to strike the third Hokage with his sword. Despite his severe injuries, the third Hokage maintains control over Orochimaru. Though the Dead Demon Consuming Seal would take the life of the user, the third Hokage confronts Orochimaru with fearless determination. On another front, Shino catches up with Gaara's group. Kankuro engages in battle and manages to poison Shino within a few moves. However, Shino commands his insects to surround Kankuro. Both fighters are defeated almost simultaneously and are unable to continue. Meanwhile, Sasuke also catches up with Gaara. To their surprise, Gaara extends a monstrous arm from his body after transforming. In this transformed state, Gaara overwhelms and brutalizes Sasuke. However, Sasuke unleashes Chidori once again, causing further injuries to Gaara. The humiliation drives Gaara to madness, and he manifests a tail and swats Sasuke aside. At this critical moment, as Sasuke prepares for a third Chidori, his body begins showing signs of the cursed seal. However, Sasuke's chakra has been depleted, and he can only lie helplessly against a tree. Taking advantage of this moment, Gaara lunges in for the kill. Just then, a flash of yellow light, and Naruto Uzumaki makes a dazzling entrance. However, Gaara, although forced back by Naruto, swiftly catches Sakura as she rushes to the scene. In this moment, Gaara's confusion regarding Team 7's friendship is evident. It turns out that Gaara had been disliked since childhood, even his closest uncle obeyed his father's orders to assassinate him. Eventually, Gaara had to end his uncle's life with his own hands and carved the word love onto his forehead. From then on, Gaara vowed to only love himself. Returning to the present, Gaara is now completely engulfed in madness. Witnessing this, Naruto attempts to use the summoning technique. Unfortunately, his attempt ends in failure, and only a small frog named Gamakichi appears. With no other options, Naruto must confront Gaara alone. He summons shadow clones to surround Gaara and employs a secret technique he learned from Kakashi-sensei, the Hidden Leaf Secret Ninjutsu. Naruto successfully damages Gaara with explosive tags, but just as he summons countless clones to deliver a final blow, the monster within Gaara awakens. A colossal hand emerges and smashes Naruto's clones instantly. A one-tailed Shikaku manifests, towering menacingly. Unexpectedly, the size of the one-tailed Shikaku is massive, and in a split second, Gaara immobilizes Naruto with sand, putting him in grave danger. At the last moment, Naruto finally succeeds in summoning Gamabunta, narrowly escaping danger. Initially, Bunta is reluctant to engage. However, Gamakichi, who turns out to be Bunta's son, persuades him, claiming that Shikaku was bullying him. With a father's determination to protect his son, Bunta joins the battle. At this point, Shikaku has not yet fully awakened. Bunta manages to sever Shikaku's arm with a single strike, but the pain from this injury fully awakens Shikaku. Subsequently, the two colossal monsters engage in a fierce battle, exchanging devastating blows. After a fierce clash, Bunta realizes he is outmatched by Shikaku. He imparts to Naruto that only by awakening Gaara from his slumber can they defeat Shikaku. But his own limbs are too slippery for the task. In this moment, a figure appears in Naruto's mind, and he employs the transformation technique on Bunta. Unexpectedly, Naruto transforms Bunta into the Nine Tails. Without delay, Bunta, utilizing his agility, evades Shikaku's attacks and successfully closes in, capturing Shikaku. In this opening, Naruto lands a punch on Gaara's face. At this moment, Gaara regains consciousness and manipulates sand to seize Naruto. However, Naruto once again stirs the power of the Nine Tails. He struggles free from the restraint and delivers a devastating headbutt to Gaara. Finally, Naruto's ironclad resolve awakens Gaara. From this point, Shikaku vanishes, and both combatants fall to the ground simultaneously. On the other side, the battle between the third Hokage and Orochimaru reaches its conclusion. The third Hokage, exhausted, is unable to fully seize Orochimaru's soul. In a bid to prevent Orochimaru from causing harm, he seals Orochimaru's hands, depriving him of the ability to release jutsu. Subsequently, the third Hokage slowly closes his eyes. In his final moments, he fulfills his oath as the Hokage.
里の者は俺を信じ、俺は皆を信じる。それが火影だ。明日からは貴様が火影だ。
Afterward, Orochimaru instructs his subordinates to take him away, and Kabuto is revealed his true identity as a sound ninja. The invaders are eradicated by Guy, Kakashi, and other Leaf ninjas, all of whom defend their homeland in their own way. This is the most precious legacy left to the Konoha by the third Hokage. On Gaara's side, he can't comprehend Naruto's strength. Naruto, in turn, shares his story with Gaara. Both of them have similar origins and face comparable hardships, enduring the hatred of others. However, the key difference between Naruto and Gaara is that Naruto possesses a deep desire to protect someone important to him. It is through this guardianship that Naruto derives his strength. Hearing this, Gaara is deeply moved, realizing that it is love that makes Naruto so formidable. Following this, Sasuke, Temari, and Kankuro arrive at their side. Gaara signals for both parties to cease hostilities. Thus, Temari and Kankuro discreetly leave with Gaara. In the end, mutual respect is born after the smoke clears. After a long time, within the Konohagakure, everyone mourns the passing of the third Hokage. Naruto can't help but wonder why the third Hokage could sacrifice his life so selflessly. While the third Hokage may not have been the strongest in terms of martial prowess, his contributions to governance set an enduring example for generations. Throughout his lifetime, he upholds a reputation of integrity and dedication, breaking down prejudices between powerful clans within the village. Moreover, he nurtures a generation of outstanding young shinobi, ensuring that the hidden leaf would continue to flourish. Where tree leaves dance, one shall find flames, the fire's shadow will illuminate the village, and once again tree leaves shall bud anew. This is the legacy of the third Hokage's will of fire. In the future, the sprouting seeds will surely, like the third Hokage, protect the homeland of the Konoha. The next day, two individuals dressed in auspicious cloud-patterned robes appear atop the walls of Konoha. One of them even reveals a Sharingan eye as crimson as the setting sun. Who are these figures, and what is their purpose? Everything will be revealed in the next video. That concludes the story of the Chunin exams in Naruto. I hope you will show your support by liking and subscribing. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.